Hello again, welcome back to the PhatPhish Guitar Studio. I'm Dave and welcome to the Absolute Beginners series of guitar tutorials. You're actually joining part way through the series and I recommend you do these in order, so I'll put a link in the information section down there to part one so you can start and go through these in order. See you back here once you've been through the earlier tutorials. Okay, so we've got the guitar in tune. We've talked about how to pick notes with plectrum in that hand and how to fret notes on the fingerboard with that hand. Let's talk about actually playing something now. Now with guitar you can probably think about two sort of distinct styles. You know, one where you're playing single notes, what you might think of as being like lead playing, or there's guitar playing that's based more around chords. What I'm going to show you to begin with is chords, but the sort of stuff we'll do, it's going to be some techniques in there as well which are useful for single note playing as well. So if you're thinking about becoming a lead player specifically, to be honest you do need to know chords, so there's nothing lost by learning these, but they're a good way to get playing something musical quite quickly. So let's start off with an A major chord. Okay, so everything's happening here around the second fret. It's all either open strings or strings fretted at the second fret. So start off with your index finger, your first finger, and what we're going to do is fret the D string, fourth string, at the second fret. So the open string there is a D. If we fret it at the second fret, we get an E. Now the next note we're going to play, we need to fret, is the G, the third string, and we're also going to fret that at the second fret. So a G gives us the open note, and if we put our finger down on the second fret on that string, we get an A. And lastly of our fretted notes, we're going to fret the second string at the second fret, and for that we're going to use the ring finger. So we use index and middle finger so far, then your third finger, your ring finger, down on the second fret on the B string. That gives us a C sharp. Okay, one other thing that I want to show you is chord diagrams. So chord diagram is basically a pictorial way of representing how we're playing the notes in a chord. So what we've got here are some vertical lines that represent the strings. So the string on the leftmost side of the diagram is the bottom E string, going rightwards towards the top E string on the right. The horizontal lines represent the frets, and that thick line at the top represents the note. Okay, if you see a little circle above one of the strings, telling you to play that as an open note, and if you see a big circle, it's showing you which fret that you put your finger down in. So for our A major chord here, we've got the bottom E and A strings are played open. You see the little circles there. We're fretting at the second fret on the D, G and B strings, and then the top E we're playing open. Now it gets a bit congested down there, as you can probably tell, so your fingers do need to kind of come back at a little bit of an angle. Make sure that you're pressing down hard enough that each note in that chord rings out nice and cleanly. Also make sure that that top E string is still ringing out nice and cleanly. You might find as you're trying to play the chord shape that your hand, the fleshy part of your finger, touches against the string and just deadens it. You need to have your hand curved around enough that the first string's ringing out nice and cleanly, and your thumb just at the back of the neck there. You don't need to reach over for anything. Just keep it at an angle where the rest of your hand's comfortable. Pinky finger, little finger's not doing anything here. So what we're going to do is play a strumming pattern. Now you might find that chord takes a little bit of practice to be able to put your fingers on straight away. Take time. Nobody said this is going to be a really quick, really easy process. Just persevere. This is where it's really frustrating that I can't kind of be in the room with you and show you exactly how to place your fingers on the fingerboard. You just kind of got to look at what I'm doing and try and get it right based on my instruction. Now the way that we're going to play this chord, we're going to be playing a strumming pattern, but we're going to be playing a bass note and strum. what I want you to do with your picking hand is play the open A string, the open 5th string, and then strum down the other 4 strings. So, okay, try that. And as I said before, you want to be picking the note with a moderate sort of pressure. You're not really thrashing it away at it. You're not playing it softly. For now, just play with a medium sort of pressure on the strings. And to make it a bit more interesting, we're playing there 5th string and then the top 4. We can also play the bottom string, the bottom E string, and then the other 5 strings, and get a pattern like this. So the pattern that you play in there, 5th string, then strum the chord on the remaining strings, 6th string, strum the chord on the remaining 5 strings. And the way you should be aiming to play this is nice, even sort of timings on it. Now, if you're just starting out, you probably find that your fingers are really starting to get tired in your left hand, holding them in that position for a while. If it starts to hurt, take a break. It's like any sort of physical activity. You know, if you're playing sport, you don't want to overexert yourself and risk pulling a muscle. You know, your hands, wrists, it's all muscle as well. So if you strain yourself and you're doing something, holding your hand in an unfamiliar sort of shape, you can't strain yourself. So if it starts to hurt, it starts to feel a bit uncomfortable, take your hand away from the fingerboard and take yourself a little bit of a break. Okay, so what we've done there is we've played an A major chord. And the way we're playing it, by playing the bass note and the chords, I could have just shown you how to play that and just strumming all 6 strings. But by playing the bass note strum sort of pattern, it's getting you into the technique of being able to play with your picking hand, pick a specific string on demand. So you want to play that 5th string, your hand goes to it and plays that string and that string only. So likewise, if you want to play the 6th string, you're playing the 6th string with just that, your hand's not following down and playing all the notes on that strum until you're ready to do so. You're developing control in your picking hand as well as worrying about what notes you're playing down here with your fretting hand. So that's the A major chord. Let's move on and play a new type of chord. We're going to play a D major chord now.